All right, we're back with an all new show. Look, Damage Blue, I don't know what you guys have been up to, but this past week has been really, really crazy over here at Hollywood Unlocked. I wanted to start the show by giving a shout out to all the Black journalists, Black publicists, and all of the people that look like us that are doing our thing. You know, recently I was at the Ebony Power 100 party, and it was really good to be back outside and be invigorated to be around our people. You know, I've been a big advocate for the journalists who go on red carpets, my staff that do the red carpet. Shout out to all of them. It is a very challenging experience, and that is why I've never done it. I've never done a red carpet. And the reason why is not because I don't think I have the talent to do it or the tenacity to do it. It is the treatment that we endure on the carpet. You know, the thing that I think stood out for me with the Ebony Power 100 party was to see an event for us, by us, with all of us on the carpet celebrating us. It was a different experience. It felt magical. It wasn't about who the most famous person was on the carpet. It was about every single person who went on the carpet that got a chance to stop at every single outlet. And shout out to Kevin Frazier at Entertainment Tonight. Shout out to everybody there from The Real to the Shade Room to all the different blogs and stuff that were there. I have to tell you, you know, it was a very magical night. I posted the photos on my Instagram, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it looks like the Matrix." Whatever, I don't care. I thought I looked cute, but it was when I was there. And this is the thing that I would like people to get from what I'm saying, and hopefully we can unpack this a little bit because Blue, you've worked with the Griot for years. Damage over at Revolt, you've been on stages and on red carpets, and you've dealt with our people, and you've also dealt with the white publicists who segregate the talent from their culture. Um,
Yep.
it was interesting having been a person that's always wanted to go to this event because it was the Power 100, acknowledging the most powerful people that they've selected for the year, and the presenters in which that are important to the culture. You know, I've always wanted to go to this event. I've never been invited. This year I was invited, and I went and I was at the table with Jamil Hill, who I've never physically met, but she's been on the show when I haven't been here, and she was so amazing. I love the fact that she is such a successful person with such a impactful voice in our community and in the culture, but she also was very real and very like that's your home girl. We talked a lot about her work with Colin Kaepernick. We talked a lot about her work with ESPN, and we talked a lot about her next book coming out where she's spilling all her tea. And I'm gonna buy it, read it, and want to interview her. But it was the moment where I was sitting there feeling on a high from being around all of us, but also being very frustrated with white people.
Oh.
And it was really interesting. It was a really interesting intersection because for the past couple weeks, I've been told by white people that I'm not ready, that I'm not ready, that I'm not ready. And when I look at all the people that are ready, my digital numbers are bigger than theirs. My presence is more impactful than theirs. I just don't have all of the different nuances that they have to really amplify the shit that they're selling. What I realized for sure with this Wendy Williams show experience and the fact that I was going to host and didn't host or whatever was that this television where they want us to come up there, it's just literally to host shows for white people and for advertisers. Somehow the black sauce, the black hot sauce, the black dollar that we know has the most impact on everything that makes everything shiny and rich is not necessarily the thing that they're serving up for. So I found myself feeling on one end really excited and empowered to be with my people and be surrounded by my people and all the love I got on the red carpet from all the outlets who told me how amazing I was, my work and whatever, and how much I meant to them, but then also to be told that on the same day that I wasn't good enough for an opportunity. But look, it was at the party that they asked me, really literally, as I'm sitting there drinking and eating, if I would get up and present something. And it was another reminder that you should always stay ready because I actually got up there. Do we have a picture? We have a couple pictures of me on the stage. I want to show you. I actually look. Here's me walking.
Yes.
Okay, there's me
Swagged
standing.
out.
Wait. Before we switch it, that look is, yeah, bitch, I'm up here. And then this one was me actually reading a teleprompter that I was afraid was going to go out. So I didn't have any plans to get up there and do this, but I did it. And my friend Sky from Black Ink, she was my date for the night. She actually recorded me up there. Take a look. But cutting through the noise is not easy. The following individuals have not only broken through, but have paved the way for the next generation of creators to do the same. Tonight we honor the winners of Ebony Power 100 2021 Breakthrough Creator Award. You can clap for that. You know.
I'm proud of you, Jason.
Jason, I think people don't recognize how hard what you did was. Like before I got on this show, I spent many years behind the scenes doing production. When you're doing that level of production, you have folks who are given weeks in advance notice who walk up there and still mess up. So to not even know you were going to be up there, to have a teleprompter acting up, and to be on the stage acting as if none of that is happening, I don't think people recognize how much mastery it takes. And I'm happy you mentioned the Wendy Williams thing because I'm a huge Wendy fan. I've been watching the show since it got back because I was like, oh, if Jason wasn't ready, I'm curious to see who was ready. And no shade, no tea. This is not me being biased or being on the show. I was stunned by how much you could run laps around several of the folks that I saw headlining the Wendy Williams show. I'm not saying that as your coworker. I'm saying that as a viewer who's been a fan of Wendy Williams since she was on New York radio. So something is not clean in that milk over there. And I was actually kind of shocked that they have those people up there, but not you. Something don't make sense.
Yeah. Well, as a fellow host that done live television, you watch me and I've crashed and burned and, kind of figured my thing out on that stage. You always had that level of calmness when it's a big moment. I think that's what it takes. So you weren't ready or you didn't think you was going to go up there and do that. But I already know a person like you, you're prepared. You're always prepared. You look great. It looked like you knew you were going to perform. Like you dressed it like you knew you was going to go up there. The way you walked. You know what I'm saying? He had to walk down. Boy, you look like a black Batman up there. Boy, you look like Bruce Wayne.
Y'all want the real behind the scene tease? Here's it goes. I was so hungover from the night before that I didn't even have an outfit because I couldn't find the bow tie to the one suit I owned that I was gonna wear. So I went to the store. I went to one store to find the suit, and all the suits looked like I would be valet. So I was like, I can't go to the Power 100 and look like valet, and I don't want to spend $7,000 for a suit. So I went. They said, well, if you go downstairs, there's some really cool things in Givenchy. So I went downstairs, and that coat was standing there, and I put it on, and I felt fancy. I said, yo, I'm gonna do this. So I started piecing it all together. I didn't have time for a stylist. They tailored it in 30 minutes in the store. I felt very good about how I looked, and I felt even more confident after I walked the carpet. But I will tell you, I was extremely nervous. What people don't know about me is I get really nervous in front of groups, especially a group like that where you have the owners of Ebony Magazine. You have Wayne Brady, who's brilliant, who, by the way, is a fan of the show. Hey, Wayne, I know he's coming on. Eric Benet, just amazing, Tia Mowry, Lisa Ray. There was a lot of amazing people there. And it's interesting, and I don't know if you guys suffer from this, but I don't see me the way that other people see me. I'm not aware of how people see me. And sometimes I get this feeling like I don't deserve certain things, or I feel like I can't believe they're letting me do it. Now, somebody said to me, out of all the people in the room, they came and asked you to do it. And that means something. And I want to say shout out to Nina Flowers and to Michelle and everybody at Ebony for trusting me, and Yvonne for trusting me to do that. But when they took me backstage and they showed me the sheet, I literally had 1 minute to review the sheet. And I said to the teleprompter guy, if you fuck up, I'm out of here. I ain't going to be up there trying to fix it. I ain't cracking jokes. I ain't giving you time to figure. Good night. I'm out. And he laughed and it worked. But, God.
How long was the read, Jason?
The read of the teleprompter?
Mm-hmm. Was it brief or was something long?
It felt like a lifetime, but it wasn't that long. But look, I wanted to say this to everybody watching, right? Even when you don't feel you're ready or people say you're not ready, when God says it's your turn, take it. You stand on the stage that he built for you. You do what is called for you to do. I don't know that I will ever do that again. One day, maybe there, maybe the Emmys, maybe wherever. I did not see that coming that night. But that opportunity has led me to phone calls and meetings and other situations. And so I would say to people that even me, somebody is confident who comes here every week, who does a live show every week, who posts on social media, who has millions of followers, who has the money, who has the relationships, still sometimes feels like he's not good enough, and sometimes allows the haters to find that one little hairline crack of doubt and to plant a seed there. But you know what? I have to tell you, Ebony uprooted that seed, and I feel very happy to say that I felt good up there. It felt natural. looking down at the audience and seeing friends of mine who were like rooting me on and really happy for me being up there. I want to thank them for that because it was a night that I needed that support. Blue, Damage, you guys have been on the red carpets. You've seen how we're treated. How important is a night like Ebony, Power 100, and being able to celebrate ourselves?
It's super important because one thing I will say is when I first started doing red carpets, and I didn't do many, I was shocked by how poorly we get treated at mainstream award shows. I'm not going to name the mainstream award show, but it's the biggest one, right? So just think of the big one. And I'm working the red carpet and I'm really excited. I got on my nice dress. I'm ready to take pictures and talk to people. And I suddenly realized that they were segregating us based on importance. And the importance scale was suspiciously based on from the whitest to the least whitest. And so because I was there for a Black publication, I got treated so badly on that red carpet that it made me never want to do another red carpet. So Black media in particular, we are used to being segregated. There are certain celebrities that are Black as well that won't even talk to us, that will go for a smaller publication, but it just seems more prestigious because it's white. So for me, any space where I can be Black and be representing our culture, but also be treated like an equal is a rare thing on the red carpet. And for you to be awarded the kind of grace that you were given, that's because you were in a Black space. And I really, really wish that we could have more Black publicists making sure that Black media gets treated better on the red carpet because it's trash. I'm never doing it again. Never.
Well, I will say
Yeah.
that. Let me say something. Let me jump in real quick. Let me say this. There was one reporter. Let me be clear. I always stop everywhere on the carpet because one, I want the press, but two, I also know how hard it was for the individual standing there who came out for the purpose of
Mhm.
doing their job to capture those moments. So I'm going to always give the love. And there are times that they don't want to talk to me and I just keep going. But I will tell you that there was one person on the carpet when I got to the very end. She said, I said, isn't it amazing how everybody's stopping for everybody? She said, no, they're not all stopping for us. Let me say this. I did not have enough time to really prepare what I wanted to say, having that audience, because anytime you have a stage like that where you have a captive audience, I always like to take those moments to move my message, right? What I would have loved to say, given that I was a creator, a Black creator, given an award to creators, was that it is important that while we celebrate ourselves tonight with each other, that when you see us on the carpet in a sea of other people that don't look like us, it should be your obligation to stop and say something. Because I feel like oftentimes while those celebrities are being rushed by their publicists or whatever, you have to take into account that that person standing there may represent millions of people that look like you that want to hear from you. And so to not stop is disrespectful, and it always works counterintuitive to the efforts that we put as Black journalists to fight our ways into those spaces. And so I just have to say that yes, I did feel validated in many ways and feel good in many ways because the people talking to me were my people. But those
Mhm.
carpets like the Grammys, which why I became a member of the Recording Academy, so I can help out with that, is it's important that the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys, all the spaces where they say they're so white, fill it up with a little bit of color. And those of you that look like us, make sure you stop every time.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, I'm also speaking of people that look like us. Hey, shout out to all my rich friends. Look, Damage Blue, y'all got to get some rich friends. Okay, this past week, while I was out shopping for the outfit for the awards, I got a call from Cardi B's manager, Ravi, and he works with her team. And he called, he said, "Where you at? I got a delivery for you." And he came to my house. And y'all, I'm telling you, people keep asking me, what is the definition of gagging? This is it. Take a look. My birthday was in August, but Cardi just dropped this off. It's heavy, and she's rich, and it's jewelry. So let me see what it is. I love presents. Shut the fuck up. Are you fucking is this? Oh, and it came from Cardi, so I know it's real. Oh shit. Bitch, I'm rich. I can't even put it on because it's too heavy. Thank you so much. Well, I'm gonna have to have security when I wear this. Bye. Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad. Bitches is mad.
Bitch, I'm
But
rich.
yes.
I love this, Jason. I'm waiting for my gift from you. My neck. I can give you the size I need for my diamond chain. If
You
what
are
do you
our
need?
rich friend.
22
Like,
inch.
what do you mean? We
I
already have a
know.
rich friend, Jason. We're looking right at him.
I'm faking it till I make it. Look, listen, I still owe Legend a damn place. Can we make sure we get Legend the PS5? Because I just need I need a better
I ain't
one.
want to bring it up, Jason. I'm
No,
like my
I
one
got
rich friend,
Mm.
and
I know. I know I got it. No, but listen, this is literally the nicest gift somebody has given me in a long time. I go every year without getting shit. People at this point are like, yo, we just gonna give them something sentimental. So it'll be a happy birthday text. But I thought it was so thoughtful. I thought she was getting me earrings because she keeps telling me I need diamond earrings because she knows I'm cute now because she be looking at me like, But look, I was surprised she got this for me. Do I have to get insurance? Like, what are the things that you do when you
yes,
have? Okay.
you
Absolutely.
could put it on your house insurance too. You could do that.
God, it's so nice. It's so beautiful. I wanted one of my own. I got to get it a sister though because it's kind of lonely. Like at this point, when I layer my jewelry, damaged blue, I look like a rapper now. You know what I mean?
A
So
sister, again, you are the rich friend if you're gonna get a sister for that chain.
that sister gonna be on layaway though. Now I have to ask you guys. People are saying that I'm gonna be biased because now that she bought me a gift, like this is payola. I don't see it that way. I mean, Floyd bought me this. Floyd
Oh
bought me
my
this.
god.
So like where does the allegation stop? I mean, do you think if Nicki Minaj bought me a house that I would stop trashing her? Of course not. I mean, I
Yes,
have a job to do. No.
I would hope so.
I would hope so for a house.
Now,
Maybe it's a little
now it's crazy because you were just talking about coming from the Ebony event, which was so black. I just came from EDC this past weekend, which was hella white. But I experienced some of the best black privilege I have experienced in a long time because all of the staffing at EDC was blackety black. I'm talking about I got to park at the best VIP parking because the staffers for the parking was black. The security's black. So I was able to bring in all the alcohol I wanted into EDC. Then when we got into the venue, I seen one of my homeboys, shout out to Akil, that was working security for the VIP. He walked us to every there's 10 stages at EDC. I was able to walk to every stage with VIP treatment. So at an event so white, I just want to shout out to all the workers that worked at EDC. They kept it very black. We showed each other love. You know, I did whatever I could to take care of them. But for an event that is predominantly 98% white people, salute to all the black people out there that was holding it down.
Now, Damage, you just fucked it up for everybody. You literally just told white people how we be back channeling VIP. Like, do
Yeah.
you know what I go through at airports because of all the
Oh, wow.
black TSA agents who love me? They be looking at all them white people like, not today, not today. Loving hip hop comes straight to the front. I'd be like, You cannot tell the people that our inside source are the people that hold it all down.
They can't stop it because they didn't expect us to be there. So the thing is about EDM, I love dance music. Dance music comes from black people. It started in Detroit, the house music DJs in Detroit and Chicago. So for me to go to EDC and see nothing but white people on these stages, it was good to have somewhat of a black experience still at this event. So it was bittersweet for me. Like I love that all my people was there working, making some money. But when it came down to the platform that we created, which is dance music, to not see a lot of black faces on those stages really irritated me. So I'm just trying to find a positive way to look at the experience. I had a great time nonetheless, but to sit there and watch all these DJs be so successful and we barely see any black DJs up there. Salute to Shaq, he DJ'd, he killed it. Salute to Black Coffee and a few black
Wait,
DJs that
Shaq,
were
the
on this
basketball
platform.
player?
Shaquille O'Neal, DJ Diesel tore it down.
He DJ'd EDC for real?
He tore it down. And he had a Black Power shirt on. He had the fist on. So salute to Shaq. He held it down. But, you know, it was a bittersweet experience for sure. But I had a great time.
Well, listen, I have to tell you, I have fallen in love with Diplo. I don't know what it is, not even in a sexual way. I mean, I would cuddle with him, but, because I don't really date white, but he has so much swag and he's so cool. But more importantly, Damage, I'm not as exposed to the EDC world or that EDM music, but it is so much fun. Like, I'm saying from a person who wasn't even high. But all the people that were around me were high. Them motherfuckers was floating and flying off, and they had the horns and the outfits, and And I also love the fact that EDM music or EDC music for somehow brings cultures together. Like it brings the gay, the straight, the female, the this and that. I mean, it brought a whole world of people together who were rocking out for this music, and he's a dope DJ. I've been getting to know him a little bit over the last few weeks. we all have our indiscretions, but I like him. I think he's super talented. So I feel like a groupie now because every time he posts a flyer, I'm like, can I fly in for that? Can I fly? And he always says yes, but then I never fly. And it's only because when I think about going through TSA, I forget about my black people that's going to get me through. But look, it wasn't just that music that caught my attention this week. It's Big Lotto. Now, I told y'all she should have kept her name Mulatto, but she changed her name to Big Lotto. I told y'all the story here on the show, or one of the shows, where I ran into her at Cardi's party, and we had a conversation about how much I like her and that I'm supporting her, and I got her back. Well, she must have remembered that because she actually paid me back with a freestyle that's been posted on social media, and it's so funny that all the blogs are posting it when she was talking about me. Take a look.
Hang a play. Bitches talking change, they CEO bought, but go off. Got it out the mud, so hell yeah, I'ma show off.
Let's get 'em.
Bitch, stop playing with my pen. I've been there since 16. The bitch mean I'm pulling rap postcards like the vaccine. Y'all seen on the flat screen. I'm a rap bitch, bad dream. Right rapping scene. Plus the looks, bitch, I'm a cash machine. Bitches taking shots, but they niggas chasing me. Got my doors unlocked in Hollywood. Shout out to Jason Lee.
I made it. I think I made it.
You made it. You made it. You made it. And she's an actual lyricist. There are a lot of women out there. I love seeing the new resurgence of female rappers, but some of them are more style than substance. Lotto literally has the chops. So if you were going to have your virginity taken from being mentioned in a rap song, I think Big Lotto is probably who you want to be doing that.
Well,
She's
you
your
know, the
first,
last
not your
time.
last.
Well, the last time I was mentioning a rap song, it was the diss track by Lil Mama, but nobody heard about it.
That's
one
not
actually
rap.
went
That's
viral.
not rap.
This one actually went viral. Shout out to Lotto. I know the invitation for you to come on the show has been sent. Look, I love what she's doing. I love that energy. That was the right. I'm a DJ. You're the DJ. So, Damage was like the right track for that. I mean, the energy matched the track, right? It was good.
No, Big Lotto, she's talented. I don't know if y'all remember, she was on a show Jermaine Dupri produced called The Rap Game. So she's been bubbling. Yeah, she was bubbling for a minute. So I love artists where you can actually see their rise to where they are today. And a lot of people that watch that show watch Lotto literally grow up on TV and become the superstar she is now. And she can rap. She's talented. Like, she's real deal talented.
I love that she's making noise and making moves. I remember how important it was that Cardi had her in her WAP video. I love the fact that she's not out here trying to attack other female rappers. She's not even in that conversation. You know, I posted her and people were like, "Oh, she's a Barb." Okay, that's great that she loves Nicki Minaj, but guess what? Now I love Lotto, and I love the fact that she showed me love. And you know, it takes a lot of courage for her to say, "Shout out to me," when, you know, some of these other girls feel some type of way. But, you know, we support her over here at Hollywood Unlocked. I told her that at Cardi's party, but we really support you now, girl. So if you ever want to drop us again, drop us on the album and I'll host a listening party or something. All right, well, look, one rapper that I don't support, wait, Blue, what did you do this weekend? What have you been up to, Blue? I mean, you're a blonde bombshell, so that means you either got some good dick or you just trying to get some good dick, but either way, here we are.
Yeah, you know, I'm out here. No, I had a great weekend. It's so funny that you mentioned Diplo because I don't know if it's the blonde hair, but I got hit on by a white guy for the first time, and not like in a jokey way. And I'm so pro black. I've never considered dating a white man. But he was like TV star hot, so I was very confused. So yeah, I think this hair is
wait. Who's the guy from Thor? Chris Hemsworth. Sure.
Oh,
okay, Chris
Hemsworth. No, he was more like Paul Walker-ish, like Chris Taylor, like yeah, but no, like he was very attractive, and I was confused. Like my friends had to tell me, no, he's not playing, girl. Like he's being serious. Like he's looking at you the way a man's supposed to look at you. So it was very interesting because I had a moment as a pro-black, outspoken advocate. I was like, am I about to pull a Serena Williams? Because Serena, if you remember, dated every attractive, pretty, successful, eligible black man. They all did her dirty.
And then she married a super rich, successful white man.
I'm not going to say his business, but he's 6'4" and he can pay for dinner. So it took me a second to like go through that conversation with myself.
No, because Serena follows the show. Hey, Serena, no, he could buy the restaurant. He could buy the franchise.
No. I'm talking about my guy, the guy that I the one who approached me is 6'4" and he's doing well for himself.
Okay.
But I think in that moment, I realized how much I'm not a gold digger because it didn't really matter to me. I was like, well, what's his energy like? My friends were like, girl, his energy. Did you see his car? So I'm realizing that in LA, I don't find myself looking at the same thing my homegirls are looking at. So I'm wondering about his like life goals and his integrity and does he want a family? And they're saying, look at his car and he's fine. So it was interesting. I still do not want to be one of those black advocates with a white partner. So we'll see how that goes. But no, I had a very
Why
interesting
does race
weekend.
matter? What if he takes you and lays that thing on you? But as you were talking about him and me, looking at looking at the whole situation with the blonde wig and picturing this white man behind you hitting it from the back, would you let him grab your wig?
Oh, this is so down. This is I paid a lot of money. This is
Jeez.
not going nowhere.
You
He
could
could
pull
grab
that
it and
thing.
it's not going nowhere.
Wait, but it's
This is
just the idea of
it's
somebody
sex proof
so
hair.
black like you letting a white man pull her wig. I mean, just if I saw a picture of that on Pornhub, I would report you to the grill.
First of all, you would never see that on Pornhub. But I will say this before any rumors start, because I have a lot of exes who I've learned the hard way watch the show very much. I am not dating this man. All he did was ask for my number. So that's all he has is my phone
Now,
number. And I do
Your
not
last
plan
ex,
to.
your last ex was humping on your friend, probably the one with herpes. Why do you care about it?
First of all, I do not have an ex who was humping on my friend with herpes. This is fake news. I will say this though. I also met a Haitian man. So I've never dated a white guy or a Haitian guy. And both of them asked for my number this
now,
weekend. So I feel like I'm being tested about what I'm
would you
open to.
go? Would you go on one date though? One date,
Yeah.
just to
So here's the
see.
I have a one date rule, and I had to do this a long
Okay.
time ago because I had a friend who asked me out, and I was like, "Ew!" And then we accidentally ended up going to dinner and ended up being amazing. So I have this rule where no matter who it is, anybody can get one date out of me because I want to make sure that I'm sure that there's nothing there. So one date is like my universal rule in general, but it's the second date that matters. So they will be getting one date,
So
and
you
I'll let y'all know.
apparently don't you apparently don't support sex on the first date then, because what if you go with Eric or Bo, whatever his name is, to dinner, and then all of a sudden
Whoa.
you're sipping on the same glass of wine or you're sucking the same spaghetti, and then all of a sudden he's noodling you down. Would that not happen?
I don't believe in having sex rules. I think every relationship has its own vibe. And there's some relationships where I had sex on the first date and we were together for years. And there were other relationships where I waited a month and we only dated for 6 months. So I don't think you can have a one rule. I literally go with what feels organic in the moment. So I'm
That
open to.
that's the new set. That's the new word for sex is vibe. You do know that, right? Because I'm going out of town this weekend, and there's gonna be a whole lot of vibes.
You on
The
the
last
vibe?
guy I talked to was celibate. So I will say that I spent a lot of weeks talking to a celibate man. So yeah. So now
What were
that
you
he's
guys
no
talking?
longer in the
Wait,
picture,
wait, what were you guys talking about?
well, a lot of feelings. And so I feel like I need something to counterbalance all that conversation about feelings because I am still a grown woman in my 40s. So
If you're
yeah.
celibate and you let me take you to dinner and pay for it, and I find out you're celibate later, you owe me a refund of at least 50%. No, 75%, because I'm taking the 25 for emotional support. Like it just doesn't like for what. All right, well, listen, let me tell you somebody who I would never go on a date with, and that is Azealia Banks. She's now in the
Oh
news
my
because
God.
she's decided that she wants to blast Dave Chappelle and Little Boosie about people's sex lives. Now, Azealia Banks, as you all know, she's a woman who used to rap, but now digs up dead animals and makes plays with chicken bones. But anyway, she's not one to hold back her tongue. She took to her Instagram story to address her ongoing feud or the ongoing feud between Lil Nas X and Boosie. Now, if you don't know, Boosie's been attacking Lil Nas X. He basically told him he should die, and that if he commits suicide, he'll be happy. Lil Nas X's father came back at him. He now has gone back at Lil Nas X. This all came after Lil Nas X trolled him just by saying he did a song with him. Like, it was very innocent, but it was funny. But it was the homosexuality that scared the shit out of Little Boosie's badass. Well, now she's responding in response to that, and also the backlash that Dave Chappelle got from the LGBT community in response to his Netflix special, The Closer, which I support. Now, she began her rant this way. She said, quote, both Dave Chappelle and Lil Boosie are entirely too grown and entirely too black to be this concerned with other people's sex lives. It's high-key embarrassing. And then she went on to talk more at length that I'm not going to read. You can screenshot and read it later. My question to all of you is, why is it that everybody is so concerned about policing other people's bedrooms. Like, I don't see any gay person, I mean, not one gay person, trans or other, on TV saying, y'all are fucking all that pussy over there. Why are you doing that? Like, why do straight people care so much about what the gay community is doing?
I honestly don't know. And I think out of all the immoral things people do in this world, I think it comes down to people's once in a while moral compass that they want to jump in on, where it's like, morally, I feel like this isn't right. But as humans, it's a lot of things we do that's not morally correct. And I don't know if minding somebody else's business and what they do in their bedroom is wrong or not wrong. I kind of just mind my own fucking business. But as far as some of these people in the media, I feel like they use it to propel their career in some way or to create some kind of conversation. I think Boosie at this point is using it to keep his name in the media, to keep the conversation going, because he makes money off of social media now. I'm not saying he doesn't make money off music, but I feel like he makes a lot of money from the things he does off of social media. So I feel like there's a lot of other angles into why these conversations come up, because they know there's going to be an outrage and a backlash. They know it's going to be conversation going, and they can have their name on these platforms. So that's my theory. But to be honest, as a straight man, I mind my own damn business.
Yeah, I don't think it's a moral compass because Little Boosie has been caught having a double standard too many times for us to even pretend to believe it's his moral compass. But I do agree that his problematic views have gotten him more views from the public, so now he's leveraging it. I heard an old saying a long time ago that I think sums this up perfectly. Equality feels like a loss to those who are coming from a place of privilege. When you are used to being the center of attention and having your way of life be the default, when somebody from a group that's been marginalized finally gets a chance to speak, them having an equal say feels like you're losing something because you're losing privilege. So as a straight black man who's used to hip hop being a safe place for misogyny and homophobia, Boosie's used to his black male gaze as a cis heterosexual man being the center of attention. Now that a gay black man is getting some attention, he feels like he's losing something because somebody gets a voice. And it's his ego. He resents the fact that Little Nas X and all those F words that he used to be able to clown now can punch him back. And I will say this too, Little Nas X, if you really pay attention, has done a really great job of not responding to Boosie. Boosie said some really crazy things about Little Nas X. And as much of a troll as he is, he does not slap back. So I think it's really funny that
Well,
after
in our
months,
community, as the gay people would say, he pays it. He pays it.
yeah, and so I think it's really interesting that for somebody who actually for being a troll bites their tongue a lot when you come at them crazy, the fact that he finally directly addressed you after months of listening to you talk crazy by yourself, for you to unravel and tell him to kill himself, I think that's insane, and I hate that Little Boosie made me agree with Azealia Banks. Unfortunately, though, Azealia Banks is that family member who will start having a good point, and right when you're clapping for her, she turns left and she takes you somewhere
Yeah.
that you don't agree with.
Yeah, and I think the direction where she went left was when she included Dave Chappelle. I think Dave Chappelle's comments at the Netflix special were brilliant. At least the way that he wove in the inner trans community conflict that drove his friend to kill herself. The fact that he used her proper pronouns. The fact that he acknowledged how much he had built a real connection with this person. The family coming out and qualifying that. The fact that he made jokes of himself and used their words against him. I thought what he did was brilliant. I don't get it. I just still do not get where everybody's angry at Dave Chappelle, and I don't understand why she's saying what she said about him. What I will say is that when it comes to Boosie, like, you're a whole ass gangster out here who's promoted that you got your kid molested by a woman, and you're still out here attacking a gay guy because he's living his life. You know, it's almost like men having something to say about the reproductive rights of women. Like, mind your fucking business. I don't understand for the life of me why Boosie is so concerned. And now it's caused a conversation on Hollywood Unlock's Instagram, at least, where people are saying maybe there's something there. Maybe, Boosie was molested, or maybe he's had some experience. Somebody even emailed us and said that allegedly Boosie has a gay daughter who has a gay girlfriend. I don't know if that's true or not, because I haven't looked into it, because I don't care about Boosie. In fact, we do not talk about Boosie unless he's talking about Nas X. And so I will say that I think that the way Lil Nas X is handling the whole situation is brilliant. I think that he is definitely the winner. And Boosie, I hate to say this, I really do, and I'm not trying to play you, bruh, but he's definitely the top in this fight. Sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I was not ready for
Now,
that. I was not ready.
well, another person that's in the news, we've been posting on Hollywood Unlocked, unfortunately, and I've always said that I stopped supporting this person a long time ago when he disrespected Nipsey Hussle by trying to get at Lauren London before I think Nipsey was even buried. Kodak Black, he's now explaining this viral video that went completely viral of him dancing with his mom. People were not really feeling him in this dance with his mom because, they had to say what they had to say about it. But he's responded to it. First, let me show you the video. Take a look. I didn't see anything wrong with the video, honestly. But he said, quote, "I try to make her feel real beautiful." Now, he went on to on the defense on Saturday, responding to the viral video with him dancing with her. I guess he grabbed her butt, playing with her. Play that video one more time. Let me see. I missed that. Oh, my bad. I blinked when that happened. Well, the video went completely viral. Now, I'm sorry. I blinked and grabbed some water at the cutaway. That's when I try to take a sip to stay hydrated, and I missed the butt grabbing part, and I just haven't been looking at social media. Yeah, that was really, really a lot. Damaged Blue, just what do you think?
Look, it's Kodak Black, yo. I'm not surprised at anything Kodak Black does. I'd have been more surprised if his mom was with it, right? So when I heard about the clip, I seen his reaction first, and then somebody told me what's happening. I was like, so him and his mom was just kissing on some type of dance floor? But she was trying to get away from him. So it was like, okay, it's playful, but we got to keep in mind, this is Kodak Black, y'all. Like, it's young Kodak. Nothing he does surprise me anymore.
Yeah, I was skeeved out just because I've had to write extensively about something in the Black community called emotional incest, where single Black mothers take all the love that they didn't get from the father of their child and they pour it into their sons, and they create this really unhealthy relationship where the son starts to deify his mother as if she's the only woman he'll ever love, and it makes it hard for him to actually have healthy romantic relationships with other women. And so, from a clinical standpoint, instead of seeing it as a funny video, I just saw it as a really cringy red flag that some of Kodak Black's intimacy issues that he clearly has with dealing with women has now turned into him pouring into like overly being attached to his mom. I don't think that incest is happening, but I do think that the video that I watched of him explaining why he did it, he has an inappropriate attachment to his mother that makes me uncomfortable for him.
Well,
I'll just say that.
video. This is the video response of what he said, why he did what he did.
I'm on like my lady, nigga. That's my queen, nigga. Fuck you talking about, boy? That's my Z queen, nigga. So what? She ain't tripping, nigga. I don't fuck my mom. We ain't doing no crazy shit, nigga. I grab her like I make her feel real beautiful. I make her feel and make her and remind her, mama, you beautiful. I'm fucked up about you, mom. I'm in love with you. Fuck you talking about, boy? Fuck, nigga. Since every little boy, every little baby, nigga, you supposed to be, nigga. Mom was our first. What's up, mommy? Yeah. Yeah.
Et puis, ils ont campé en toi, un petit garçon, des petites filles. Et puis, on dit comme ça.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, ma'am. You look familiar with Kodak?
Yeah.
Me, no. Who Kodak? Yes, I know this guy, the orange guy, I know it.
So
You know what I
can
love?
translate. Oof, Lord, that's a lot.
Hold on, translate, please. Blue, translate it.
Let me say, his mom is really cute. I love that
She's
she's a very
adorable.
pretty lady, and I love that she loves her son. She looks. She doesn't look like that came from her, but either way, she loves him. He loves her. It's a lot. The hair is too much, but yeah, it was inappropriate. But I hear what you're saying, Kodak. Like every man grew up like kind of loving his mom. But I wasn't trying to grab my mama's ass and put my tongue in her
At
mouth.
all.
Or what?
On behalf of
What
the
was the
Haitians, I
mama
have to
saying?
speak up. When he said, my Z queen, Z means Zoe. Zoe is what Haitians call each other. That's not a Haitian thing. We're not going around sticking our fingers in our mother's booty holes as a culture. So let's not do that. That's a very Kodak Black, specifically to his household. It made me nervous. You're supposed to love your mother, but
You had
being
to
in
say
love with your
booty
mother.
hole? Did you have to say booty hole?
I was looking where the fingers. When I see a booty being grabbed, I look at all the fingers. I got uncomfortable. So I'm just gonna say that I was uncomfortable because I was paying attention. So I'm gonna say that I chose violence this morning, guys. Being in love with your mother is not healthy, and that you should only be in love with someone that you're romantically attracted to. Also, his mother, who is very cute, just to show how different she is. To Damage's point, he's having this weird flex about being in love with his mom, and she's like, I went outside and I saw a guy and two girls near the pool, and they were like, "You look familiar. Aren't you Kodak Black's mom?" And I was like, "No, that's not me." And they're like, "Yes, it is." And I said, "Hee," and I ran in here. So she's being cute and motherly and telling a story about people recognizing her while he's on some other stuff. So I don't blame her. I blame him.
His face when she said his name said it all to me. Like, Kodak Black has been in so much controversy. He's done so much. The fact that he still has that fear when his mom screams at him in a certain tone to show that he still got some little kid in him, man. That his face looking up was like, did I mess up? At least he respects somebody.
Why did they let him out of prison? Why did they let him out of prison?
COVID. It was overpopulated.
Is that really what he got? That's really
a lot of folks were pardoned because of COVID and overpopulation. They were lighter to people.
Trump let him out. Trump is the reason why we're telling this story today. Well, look,
they use COVID as an excuse to let him out. Yeah.
Well, he'll violate and go back, and we won't care. Listen, another person that I'm so sick of and I'm so annoyed by is Dionne Warwick. Like, I know I've cracked jokes about her nostrils, but clearly she's not laying back in the pool anytime soon because she's still alive. Look, she's here talking about the deceased Whitney Houston. This is her cousin. Now, you know, Whitney Houston, I hold Whitney Houston close to my heart. You know, she's slamming the upcoming Whitney Houston biopic. She says, quote, "I want them to let Whitney rest in peace." Now, Clive Davis, the person who gave Whitney her life in this industry, is gearing up to release "I Want to Dance with Somebody." It's another Houston biopic. By the way, let me tell you, I'm releasing my own story. No, seriously, because I filmed the entire first night where Whitney was there and she performed last, and then she died the next day, and then the next year we honored her. I filmed all those days and I edited and made a whole show. I just never did anything with it, but I'm gonna put it out. But this documentary has nothing to do with me. Clive Davis is doing it, and now, although it's a film about her life, the people are saying that he has a mission to make sure that that for all time that we full picture of Whitney Houston is captured in a no holds barred film that is musically rich and shows her genius and more of her character than we've seen to date. Now, let me tell you something. Dionne Warwick is not here for it. She talked to the LA Times, and this is what she said. She said, "I want them to let Whitney rest in peace. Leave her alone. 10 years since she died. It's time to let her sleep." Now, even though she's her cousin, I was on a plane recently and watched a documentary about Whitney Houston where Dee Warwick, who's related to Dionne Warwick, I think it's her sister, allegedly molested Whitney. So if you really want to get into the tea, I think that documentary was emotionally moving. It had Sissy, it had Bobby, that was the best one I've seen so far. I don't know who made it, but I have to tell you that I'm sure Clive's is going to be good, and he's making it about music because he's going to get paid from it because, you know, he created the songs. But I looked at that documentary, and when she shared to her former assistant that she had been molested, and that it came out that it was Dee Warwick, which they're all trying to keep hush. That's why Dionne wants it to rest, because she wants her sister and her alleged molested ass past to rest too. So do you guys think that they should leave it alone, or do you guys think that we should be able to see yet one more Whitney documentary?
Is it a documentary or is it like a whole movie? It's a biopic.
It's a biopic.
Okay, I'm here to see it. As a Whitney fan, I want to see it. I want to see a musically rich one as well. I think the things we've seen on Lifetime, it was a good effort, but it didn't have the music. And I feel like as a Whitney fan, growing up on Whitney, I'm interested to see the film, especially with Clive Davis attached to it. I could understand, personally, I'm not attached to Whitney, so I could definitely understand people that are close to her not wanting things to come out. But as a fan of Whitney, I'm very interested in this film.
See, here's the thing. I love Whitney Houston, and don't laugh at me, guys, but I used to be a singer before I developed polyps on my vocal cords, and so I spent the entirety of my childhood training to Whitney Houston songs. That's
Really?
literally how.
Hey.
Yeah, literally, I was a singer. That's why my voice is so raspy, and so because she was like everything to me as a child. When she passed away, I followed it very closely, not only from a personal standpoint, but professionally. I had to cover one of the documentaries about her life and had to interview Bobby Brown, but he was drunk. That's a whole other conversation. And so I've followed it professionally and personally. And one thing I will say is they have not stopped picking at her bones since the day she passed. There has been a production, a movie, a biopic, a commercial, a hologram, a Big Mac special,
Hologram.
something. There's been everything. Literally, there has not been a moment of rest for her legacy since the day that she passed. So I'm of two minds where, on a personal level, as a family member, I would be exhausted just constantly hearing about projects. But professionally speaking, I think Clive Davis, to your point, would be the person who could clean up all that mess and at least have a more
Mhm.
well-rounded and more authorized view. So I think Clive's version will be a lot more responsible than the others. But there have been so many that
It
anybody who's been
has.
paying attention would be tired too. It's
Well,
exhausting
listen,
how many.
I don't know where the money's going, but at the end of the day, like she is an icon and she has fans all over the world, just like a Michael Jackson and a Prince. We want her legacy to keep going. It's only going to keep going through projects. She dropped her candle line when she died. I mean, when she died, her candle line was dropped. She does have an estate. That estate is still here to make sure that she's making or it's making money. I don't know what they're doing with the money. But again, I wouldn't want Whitney Houston to go away. I wouldn't want all these projects to go away. It's good to see the good and the bad and everybody who's doing something. Some people felt some type of way about BET waking it up on her relationship with Robin when it
Robin,
was
yeah.
to benefit Bobby Brown and the boys, right? So listen, there's been a lot of stuff out there, and I think that if there are people like you said that are going to come and tell more responsible stories, or at
Yes.
least the side of Whitney that the fans want to see with the music and the struggle and this, I want to know like how was it converting over from the church and going into pop music and then feeling shunned by the black community. Like I want to get more of that. And that last documentary I spoke of, it did show a lot of that. I know with mine, I don't even know what it's called. It's just a really good, well produced, shot, edited recap of the last night with Whitney and how people treated her and it was just so nasty.
That's the
Um,
name, Jason. That's the name. Last Night with Whitney. I like
Well,
that.
we already have the
Mm.
last name, girl. Thank you. You're not getting producer credit on that project, but good try. Yeah, but I might edit it.
Good
But if I
try.
do, I'll act like I already had it. No, but I do want to see something that holds her legacy up. So yeah, I mean, shout out to those that are making it. I wonder if people are going to be here for it or not. Well, I know what I'm not here for, and it's the woman who tried to do some sneaky shit when she went on a blind date. And this is why I don't like blind dates. Okay. And it's not me not dating somebody blind. It's showing up with somebody you don't know what you're about to see. Well, this man showed up for a dinner with this woman, and now she's mad because she was stuck with a $3,100 bill after dinner when she showed up with 23 family members that she thought was going to get paid for as well. Now, the woman's name is Zhai Zhang. Anyway, she's from China. She got the shock of her life when her elaborate scheme to test how generous her blind date was backfired in a very expensive way. So she showed up. This man named Mr. Liu, he was there waiting for his blind date to arrive, and he couldn't believe his eyes when she showed up with 23 family members. She came with cousins, aunts, uncles, everybody, and thought that because he had initially agreed to pay for it, that he was actually going to pay for all of them too.
He better for me than sitting down with him and eating. I can't believe he knew he was walking out. He said, "Oh, she." I don't.
He
I can't
dodged a
even
bullet.
name. I can't even name 23 family members, Jason. How do you bring them in person to a blind date? What do you tell them? We doing a family reunion on him?
Yeah, I'm judging her family though, because think about it. It's one thing to be crazy and not be ready for a relationship. It's another thing to be so crazy that your whole family is toxic enough to agree to even show up for this. So I think he dodged a really big bullet because whatever's wrong with her is also wrong with the rest of her family.
Well, one thing I will say is Asian families do roll deep, and they do stick
But
together.
23,
So they probably got on WeChat and said, "Hey, we about to go light up this sushi restaurant with the family." I don't know. I
oh my
think
goodness.
ultimately it was insensitive. It was disrespectful. And I will say that if I was him, I would have sat them all down. You know how they go to those sushi bars and they take off their shoes and everybody sits down? Because I love going to those. I would have sat them all down and I would have said, in my best rich Asian voice, "Bitch, you tried it. and I would have walked out.
Ooh. He snuck
I
out,
love
so he might have been scared. I mean, there might have been some big guys in that group, so he snuck out. He was smart.
I love that he sat and ate with him for the bill to even come out. Like, I love that. That's something I would do. Like, oh, you want to bring? Okay, let me get to know everybody. Okay, what's up, cousin Ray? Okay, what's up? I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Y'all got this.
But on the
What? I
other
love
hand,
him.
I hate going to restaurants where at the end of dinner we all got to figure out how to split the bill though. Like that's why I invite who I want to eat with me to dinner. That way when the bill comes, I have no problem paying and no guilt in paying. Because I don't want to sit there as 10 people and we all pulling out credit cards. Now your credit card don't work. You got to run to ATM shut down. I ain't doing all that. It's like, the people that I came, it was an investment in our relationship. I paid for it, but I ain't invested in 30 friends. You bring 10 friends, you bring one friend. First of all, don't even bring nobody to dinner with me that you don't even tell me you bringing, because I don't even like people like that. But look, I'm going on vacation today again.
Oh, did you just get back?
I need a recharge because I'm getting ready to start with this trainer, and I'm just not even emotionally ready for what's gonna come. The pain. So I got to go get a coconut shrimp taco and a little daiquiri or something. But
The
you know,
vibes.
I just hope that people watching today's show feel inspired to keep fighting for their dreams. You know, we started at the top of the show talking about the Ebony Power 100 event, and I want to end the show by saying you're looking at Black excellence with the three of us up here. We are all doing our own thing and then come together, do something powerful for you. And we appreciate that you do your job and showing up, watching it, and hopefully sharing it to all your friends, because the more we grow, the more we tell the white people, we're ready. You're not. Peace. All right, look, that was a great show. And make sure you keep coming back because we got all types of amazing interviews and topics that are going to make you go crazy.
That's right. That means like, subscribe, do everything you need to do to make sure you stay up to date with what we got going on.
And ladies, stay tuned in because you know I have your back.
And listen, make sure that you're commenting below because even though I say I don't read it on the show, that's all I do when it's over. Peace.